Beep. Beep. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. I try to genuinely find new ways to do that each week.
What, say beep?
Yeah. It's such a simple word, simple sound.
Yep. Yeah. What's your plan for next week?
I don't know. I can't tell you. You got to keep you on your toes.
Oh, gotcha. See, because most of the time you do beep. Every now and then you'll give me like a, huh?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
To Am I the Asshole? It's the holiday season.
It is.
It's
the best time of year.
It is. And what's even great, so with this coming out the week that it does, actually, as a matter of fact, the day this comes out, I'm celebrating my 33rd birthday.
Hey, everybody, wish Joe happy birthday in the comments. Include all your favorite emojis, whether they're birthday related or not.
Yeah, no. As far as the day this comes out, my birthday was yesterday, but we're celebrating today because all the homies work on Fridays, and I said, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Do y'all like that? We go celebrate on Saturday. So hopefully all is going well. Who knows? My life is a chaotic whirlpool of disaster and fun. So we'll see. But Sam,
yes.
I typically don't ask this. I don't ask this ever. I'm a gift giver, not a gift receiver. I am horrible at receiving gifts. But I will receive gifts from you all in the form of y'all clicking the link in the description because it's an ad read.
I was wondering where this was going. That one caught me off guard. That's impressive.
Yeah,
good job.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
It's time for some Into the AM fun. Y'all know what it is. Partner with Into the AM, and we're having a blast with it. We appreciate everybody who's supporting us through going to that link in our description and in the pinned comment at intotheam.com/lousy. Right now, it's the heat of the holiday season. Sam, tell us what's going on.
Yeah, yesterday for you guys was Black Friday, and they're still running their Black Friday deals.
That's next week.
Oh, shit, that's right. Sometimes his birthday is on Thanksgiving, so I get confused. So next week is Black Friday, and they're running a Black Friday sale all the way up till December 8th, where you can get up to 60% off on the entire site. And if you use our code LOUSY at checkout, then you get an extra 10% on top of that. So huge savings to have, bunch of cool stuff to get next week, not this week. I mean, you can get it now.
You can do it this week.
I'm just saying, like, it's not Black Friday right now, but they're having a Black Friday sale for the whole time for people like me that don't remember when Black Friday is. So
it's true. 20 years of my birthday being the exact same day every year, and he still forgets.
No, I know the day. I just sometimes I'm thinking like, Joe's birthday is on Thanksgiving this year. So,
but yes, I will receive the gift of you all going to the link, showing Into the AM some love, and tell them the Lousy Show sent you. Again, Lousy Show sending you to the link in the pinned comment or the description, intotheam.com/lousy. Get you some shirts, hats, underwear, shorts. I plan on getting me some shorts. They look heat. Y'all know I wear my Hoochie Daddy shorts, so I'm gonna get me some of those. And I'm gonna getting a new hoodie because I need more of that comfort, baby. But make sure to do it before December 8th. Make sure to get those massive deals, up to 60% off the entire site wide, plus an extra 10% off using our code LOUSY. Thank y'all so much who have supported us. Again, also, if you have purchased anything, go into the description, click the link to the Discord, and go show us those fits. We'd love to see them. We'd love to see you rep the brand. Shout out to Into the AM. Sam.
Yes.
I think that was our best ad read yet.
Not bad. Definitely close to our shortest. So we're getting there.
Fair. But enough of the fun. It's time to go to war.
Yeah.
It's time to go to war. Yeah.
We're about to battle it out in here.
Well, see, it's always funny how we have a battle and then we have to battle our own emotions through these stories.
Yeah.
It's never an easy journey for us through these. So,
because war never changes.
Just gonna break it. Inside joke. Anyways, I gotta warm it up. Oh,
So you got to warm up your hand, not your neck there, bud.
just to spin this, crack that, you know.
Yep.
All right.
You ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Happy birthday there, bud. Just trying to let him win because it's his birthday, but
familiar faces, worn out faces.
Yep. As always, we have 4 stories keyed up. And did we ever talk about the actual topic? I don't think we have.
No.
I mean, you should know by the title and the thumbnail, but just in case you're weird and somehow clicked on this without being able to see what we're doing, we're talking about Thanksgiving because it's Thanksgiving next week, not this week. Who would think that?
See, if you think about it, we're actually being proactive for once, because on Halloween we did it after Halloween happened.
Yeah.
But this one we're doing before Thanksgiving.
Yep. And now that we've said all of this, we can't make any changes to the schedule.
Nope. No.
Just to throw us for a loop, I'm going to release this one on the date that I thought it was. Just that way we look even more lousy. Because
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I have access to the inner workings of the channel as well, so I can make sure that doesn't happen.
I'll change the password. Anyway. So I won, so that means I go first.
All right, booking my flight.
I'll go ahead and read that first one. I'm going to move. First one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm going deep.
Let's see how far the one up goes, dog. I'm going to call Cap at some point. You're going to have to do it. All right. Yes,
first
take it
here.
away. First story.
Yeah.
It's all you. Have fun.
Thanks. Am I the asshole for refusing to host Thanksgiving after being stuck with it for the past 5 years? I, 38 male, have been hosting Thanksgiving for my family every year since I bought my house 5 years ago. This includes my parents, siblings, their spouses, kids, and occasionally extended family. In total, it's about 20 people. Jeez. I don't mind cooking, but the problem is no one ever helps. I do all the grocery shopping, meal prep, cooking, and the massive cleanup afterward. Last year, I asked for help, but everyone either ignored me or gave some lame excuse like I'm not good in the kitchen or I don't know how to cook. Meanwhile, they're sitting around while I'm running around the kitchen all day. After the meal, same thing. They sit around and chatting and drinking while I'm the only one cleaning up. So this year, I said enough is enough. I told them I'm not hosting Thanksgiving. I suggested someone else step up or we could split the cost of catering. Cue the drama. My siblings flipped out, complaining about how it's tradition for me to host. My mom called me selfish, and my aunt said I was ruining Thanksgiving for the kids because they love coming to my house. Now they're all upset with me, calling me lazy and saying I'm ruining the holiday. Honestly, I'm tired of being treated like their personal chef and cleanup crew every year, but now I feel guilty for putting my foot down. So, am I the asshole for refusing to host Thanksgiving this year?
Don't read the edit yet.
Yeah, it's honestly not really that important.
Yep. This is open and shut.
Yeah, just teed up, ready to just smash it out the park.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Not the asshole.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I did a lot of talking there.
No, you're good. As simple as this. There's no tradition. Clearly they're using you, especially if they're going to give you excuses every year. I would have said you were an asshole for complaining about it had they been like helping you clean up and like, you know, prep work and things like that. Because let's be fair here. Like I think I've talked about this on the show before, and I know you know this. If I'm cooking, get the fuck out of my kitchen. Like,
unless explicitly invited or asked for help. Like,
like you can stand over in the doorway and have a drink and talk to me while I'm cooking, but don't get in the fucking way. Like, and that's just how I am. But that's also because I have a specific system in my head of how things need to go.
Yeah.
If I need your help with something, I'll ask you. And, you know, there's times when I might be a little backed up and I'll ask for prep work to be done, or like, hey, can you go ahead and like open up these boxes over here, or like do something like this. That way it's less I have to worry about and I can just keep moving. Even after, I don't have to ask anybody to clean up. Everyone does it.
Yeah, that's how it should happen.
Yeah. And to this individual here, like, no, if you're cooking, and if you're not only cooking, you're having to do all the prep work, cook and clean.
That's
hell
fucked.
no.
At the very least, get somebody to clean up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if somebody's putting that much time and effort into it and money.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better. I'm not going to really continue on that. Just, you're not being selfish. You're not ruining the holiday. They're the lazy ones. So they can get bent, is the way that I see that.
Yep.
Yep.
There was a specific line in here I wanted to reference. What was it? Let me see. Siblings flipped out complaining about how it's tradition for me to host. My mom called me selfish, and my aunt said I was ruining Thanksgiving for the kids because they love coming to my house. Now they're all upset with me, calling me lazy and saying I'm ruining the holiday. Honestly, I'm tired of being treated like their personal chef in the cleanup crew every year. Yeah. So like the part that I wanted to address there is specifically like the selfish part. I agree with you that you're not being selfish, but I personally, because if you've been following the show long enough, I've been very open about my family history, because I think that everybody should be vocal, be heard, especially if you're in a very toxic environment, which it sounds like OP is in a toxic environment when it comes to this. If you are being called selfish for standing up for yourself, double the fuck down.
Yep. Agreed.
Like, I would never, ever call someone an asshole for standing up for their own personal, their own person or their own personal beliefs. Like, if you believe that you're being used, especially at a holiday when we're supposed to be giving thanks and everyone's being truthfully greedy as fuck by just eating your food and sitting around drinking your drink and being lazy as shit, fuck no. I understand that Thanksgiving, like we all love to do Thanksgiving differently. Me personally, I know you and I do it about the same, where Thanksgiving has three things: family, food, and football. Damn, that was amen, brother. Like, it's what it is. Like you get together, you hang out, you watch some football. Yep. Food's done. You eat your food. You get to be lazy with the family. Everyone's hanging out, having a good time. Watch more football. You're having a good time. Like, but those three things have to coexist.
Yeah.
One person can't be feeling left out. So I'm not going to rant on this anymore. It's very open and shut for me. I personally would say double the fuck down, especially if they're calling you selfish. I wouldn't even entertain giving to this point. I would just say, okay, y'all take care of it this year.
Yeah.
If I
might have like a private conversation with like the more immediate people, like mom, for example, be like, hey, look, I've tried getting help, and just like you don't necessarily have to. And I guess it would also depend on, like, let's say, because what I'm trying to get at is I don't think that it's normally a toxic environment. I think it just became a toxic environment. Like everybody had that expectation of like, oh, he's going to take care of everything and we can just sit here. All right, cool. And then the one year that people, he asked for help, everybody was like, fuck off. So like, I think it might be beneficial to at least have that conversation with the immediate people that you actually care about, but like the extended family, fuck them. I don't care. Anyway, all that to say, Reddit says not the asshole as well.
Not the asshole.
Nice and easy.
And for the sake of it, the edit was just simply, now that we've said what the verdict was, the edit was just OP simply just thanking everybody for reassuring him that, he's not being unreasonable. So, which he most certainly is not.
Yeah. And the first, you want to take the first comment there, bud?
Yeah, absolutely can.
Start reading and I forgot that I already read.
You're good. First comment here is hold your ground. See, these people are mean, entitled, and lazy. Took the words right out of my fucking mouth. I wouldn't take their calls, read their emails or texts, or otherwise engage with them. Either that, or if you do answer, just say, I agree. I'm too lazy to clean, shop, cook, and set the table, wash all the dishes, and clean up all the mess again after 5 years in a row of doing everything by myself while the rest of you leeches sit on your asses and don't do a damn thing. And now you have the gall to suggest that I'm required to serve you. Why don't you look in the mirror and see who's actually lazy and selfish, not to mention entitled, whiny, ungrateful, not the asshole. A bit more aggressive than what I said.
Yeah, I agree with it. mostly, but we've said in the past, don't escalate from a position, like here. Yes, you can say, I would just leave it at don't answer their calls, or if you do talk to them, then just be like, I'm not doing it.
No, that I was saying, I would leave it. I would cut it off at, I agree.
Yeah.
Like let them be right. Let them be. That is how you deal with toxic people. Let them be right. Let your actions speak louder.
Yeah.
Because they're going to pound their chest, and as long as they think they're right, they're going to leave you the fuck alone.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, you're the better person because you didn't engage them. You didn't try and like be toxic in return. Nothing physical, nothing verbal. It was just okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So
next comment here is not the asshole. Their tradition is being catered to by you. They are fighting to keep that alive because all they have to do is show up, be fed, enjoy themselves, and go home. You get the cost, cooking, and cleanup. I would start a new tradition, a nice vacation for you over Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
that could work. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, like, let's all remember something. And I believe I said this last year as well. Thanksgiving is about being thankful. Okay. Sam, I believe you'll agree with me when I say this. We had to, definitely. Remember, we definitely said this last year. Don't come with the bullshit of whatever you want to say about the holiday. Thanksgiving is about being thankful. Celebrate it how you want. No one's going to tell you otherwise. But that's what we have to remember here. Thanksgiving is about being thankful for the things we enjoy, the pleasures we have, the family and friends around us. Whatever you're most thankful for, you celebrate that on that beautiful day by enjoying a bountiful feast amongst your loved ones, whether they be friends or family. This has nothing written of thankfulness at all from the family.
Nope.
So, yeah, make a new tradition. Fucking go on fucking vacation. Like, go wherever the fuck you want. Find somewhere. I've always actually talked to my wife about this. I would love, especially once we get to that age of retirement, where like we could just have a map and just throw a fucking dart. And wherever it hits, we'll just go there for the weekend.
Yeah.
Try that. Do something like that. It sounds like a lot of fun. So,
yeah. Anything will be better than that. So,
yeah. But I think this one's closed.
Yep.
Let's move on.
Moving on.
All right. Am I the asshole for telling my vegan friend I don't want to come over for Thanksgiving dinner? Trying to repress the comments I want to make. I, 54 female, have a friend, 55 female, who went vegan 10 years ago. We've been friends 20 years or more. We have a large group of friends, 15 to 20, and there are a few of us that switch off cooking dinner on Thanksgiving for whoever is in town. Since Anne went vegan, we've always accommodated her dietary restrictions with, at the very least, some tofurkey, one side dish, and one dessert being strictly vegan. This year, Anne jumped in early and for the first time ever said she wanted to cook Thanksgiving this year. Not a problem, until she informed us in the group chat dinner will be 100% vegan. Some of us offered to bring some more omnivore offerings, including a turkey, and she insisted we eat vegan while at her house. She declared that vegan food tastes exactly the same as omnivore food. It does not. I just know it's gonna be thankful. I don't want to be toxic. It does not. I've been to her house and choked down bean burgers and chocolate cake and gobbled, and probably a dozen other meals, each of which she insisted tasted like the real thing. She even tried to fool me once with a Beyond Burger, insisting it was a regular hamburger. I have only found a limited number of vegan dishes I enjoy, and none of them have ever been made by her. After thinking it over and discussing it with my husband, we decided to privately tell her we were bowing out of dinner on Thanksgiving this year. I told her I wanted turkey, mashed potatoes, pumpkin pie that were made with traditional ingredients. I could have lied and said we had plans to travel to see family, but I don't lie. I don't want to lie, excuse me. No, actually, if I'm going to say that correctly, I don't want lie. And Anne has become angrier and angrier with me since I told her this about a week ago. Then she went and complained to some of the women in our group about me refusing to attend just because she's cooking, which is sort of true, but still made me angry. So I ended up explaining to the other ladies that we all very considerately make vegan dishes just for her at every party and get together if any of us throw. And it's really unreasonable for her to insist that I strictly adhere to her dietary choices when I have never demanded the same from her. So that blew up because all the ladies have now jumped to my way of thinking and decided they will have Thanksgiving at one of their houses instead. We will not be attending their Thanksgiving either. My husband says we probably should have lied about going out of town, or at the very least, I should have not explained my reasoning to the other ladies. I've decided to stay out of it from here on out, but somehow Anne blames me for the whole debacle. Am I the asshole for declining to attend a vegan Thanksgiving?
Oh, I will very cautiously speak for Joe and myself here by saying people have their choices. They're not always right. Now, fuck veganism. No, I was kidding. We're personally not fans, if you couldn't tell.
This is my calm down comb.
Yep. It's like a fidget spinner just for his beard.
Yep.
Yeah. I think to put it as safe as possible, I think the core of it should be you cook special things for her. She should be fine doing the same. Forcing somebody to eat in that kind of way is well fucked up. Yeah, at least in my opinion. I'm sure Joe will agree. We'll find out here in a moment. So yeah, I gotta say, not the asshole. Like, you weren't mean about it. You're just like, hey, we're just not gonna come. So, you know, you didn't insult their way of life directly, at least. But yeah, I'll leave it. I'll leave it there. I'm curious to see what happens here. So.
I would like to start out by saying to my friends who watch this show, I love you. You're a gem. What I'm about to say does not include you. And to those of you out there who watch this show who are also vegan, if you're considerate of others, this does not include you either. But it's motherfuckers like this who make me eat 2 steaks at dinner to make sure they don't make a fucking change. I despise with every fiber of my being people who try to force their beliefs, their diets, their lifestyles on everyone around them. And I don't give a fuck if she ain't done it every year. This time around, she ain't have to do it either. But you chose to throw a holiday dinner, one in which you're the only motherfucker eating tofurkey, and you expect everybody else to eat your fucking ground up plant-based bullshit? What? Like, here's the thing. I have friends who, like, they're, okay, 2 very close friends. I'm not going to say their names. They know who they are when I say this. 2 very close friends. They're both vegan. They became vegan before I moved away from the East Coast. Anytime we hung out, Not one good goddamn time did I ever, yes, I'm fucking clapping. Not one damn time did I ever hear them expect me to eat vegan. Now, what would they say? They would tell me the health benefits and things of that nature there, and that's perfectly fine. If you want to tell me how it's better impacting your life, I will listen. If you force me to eat your fucking gooey sponge, I will slingshot it back into your fucking face. I don't care. You're not an asshole. I'm trying my hardest to be nice. I really am. I know that the internet has this weird fucking, fetish for making jokes about vegans. It's funny. Everybody deserves to be joked about, in my opinion. I don't give a fuck. We all know the hard nose on joking, but vegans are definitely hard yes.
Yep.
They're in there. If I could be called Fat Jake Paul, fuck you vegans. All right. So this right here, simple as this. OP has accommodated the vegan every year. Didn't have to, but did it anyways. Why? I'm thankful for your friendship. I'm thankful for your company. Come over. You tell me what you would like. I will gladly make dishes specific to meet your dietary restrictions. Absolutely. I don't give a fuck if you're excited about your fucking diet. I don't give a fuck if you're excited or you want to try and convert them like this fucking Mormonism or some shit. No, it's Thanksgiving. You don't dictate what the fuck's on the plate. You need to be kind and courteous, at least enough to be because going back to talk about when I cook, Sam, what's one thing I say before we actually go have dinner a couple days prior? I send you a text.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything you would like? It's that fucking easy.
Simple text, yeah.
It's that fucking easy. But instead, you wanted to go ahead and try and make everybody eat. And sounds like they've been trying to do this for a while now, trying to trick you into eating some fucking, grass burgers.
Maybe. I mean, because they said this year Anne jumped in early and for the first time ever said she wanted to cook. So she's never talked about that part, at least. I'm sure the veganism part's come up, but.
No, for later on. I've been to her house and choked down bean burgers and chocolate cake and probably a dozen other meals, each to which she has insisted tasted like the real thing. She even tried to fool me once with a Beyond Burger.
Yeah.
At some point, enough is enough.
Yeah.
You're being an asshole for doing that. So I've ranted long enough. I apologize. I know I went off on a tangent there. I was steaming over here, dude. But not the asshole. You have every right to choose what you want to have for Thanksgiving, and she just has to get the fuck over it.
Yep. Yeah. Nobody's forcing you. Sure, you have your friend group. That's awesome that, you guys have been getting together for as long as you guys have. But if it was a real friend, she would be totally fine making those accommodations, or at least just asking people to bring their own. Because I know sometimes vegans will be like, I don't even want to touch the stuff, which silly, but whatever, at least in my opinion. But that's very easy to get around. You say, hey, bring your own dish, and we'll have a potluck style. I'll make some vegan shit if you want to try it. Nobody's gonna fucking try it because it is disgusting. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Not the asshole.
I eat 2 steaks. Fuck the
Reddit. Agreed. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Yeah. Which almost surprises me. I feel like there's a lot of vegans on Reddit, but we'll see.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Y'all seen horror movies with the zombie apocalypse. Zombies aren't flesh eating, monsters. No. They're plant eating people. And they're known as vegans.
Yep. They become like that because they get so desperate for meat, they'll eat anything.
Sidebar, especially the motherfuckers who eat the flesh-eating mushrooms. Have we not heard of The Last of Us? I digress. Let's continue.
Yeah. First comment here, not the asshole. You accommodated her many times over, but she refuses to do so when hosting. I get that being vegan is a choice most people make for ethical reasons, but the bullshit line of it all tastes the same is so asinine. It doesn't, and they know it. I often eat vegan meals of my own making, but never once have I made it thinking this will taste just like the meat dish I made yesterday. I know it doesn't, and I'm happy with my veggies. Hopefully Anne takes this as the eye-opening it needs to be. Her beliefs and choices are not something everyone will adopt, and the more she forces it on people, the more those people will reject the idea. I hope she enjoys her Thanksgiving alone, because until she returns the graciousness of providing food for everyone at the table to enjoy based on their dietary choices, that's how she'll be spending it. Yeah, 100%. That's
couldn't agree more.
Well said.
I don't even think we need to deep dive this anymore. You know, one thing, now that I think about it, one thing I think would have been hilarious to do when we were still in the studio. If we could technically do it now, it'd have been funny to get like 3 dishes, real versus vegan, and really test them to see. I mean, we would have a vomit can next to us, you know, like they're without a doubt. But
yeah,
you know,
I mean, I've had some good vegan dishes. I have not had vegan dishes that claim to be something else and think that they are that thing. Yeah. And
again, same concept. So same thing to the point, like those friends. Again, I don't think all vegans are bad.
No.
I think the ones who do it as a social media look at me bullshit are the ones who deserve to be fucking kicked in the square in the fucking grundle.
Yep.
But
Grundle.
Like, yeah, figure that one out. But like, that's the thing is Anne sounds like one of those people who wants to just like, look at me, I'm a vegan. Like, stop. If you're a friend, you're not going to make me try and do that shit. Like I, as a friend, I will gladly try dishes. I love food, but I'm going to tell you if I don't like it, and I'm damn sure going to tell you it don't taste the same.
Yep.
Oh, imagine the uproar if someone was like, here, try this barbecue.
They wouldn't live, for one.
Hell would rise up, dude. You'd hear dun 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 dun. Moving on.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button while you're here and join the Lousy Listeners. And also, click the join button. For $2.99 a month, you can become a Lousy member where you can get some awesome perks, cool emotes, and interact with Sam and I. Also, click the link to join our Discord and have fun with all the other Lousy Listeners. Let's get back to the video.
You're up, buddy.
Yep. Am I the asshole for disinviting? Sorry, I had to. Am I the asshole for disinviting my daughter to Thanksgiving when she won't host Thanksgiving? Throwaway. In our family, holidays are rotated. So one person hosts the 4th of July, another hosts Christmas, and another hosts Thanksgiving, etc. This way, no one is constantly hosting, and it makes it fair for everyone. This post is about my middle daughter, Clara. Clara's always been skipping her host duties. When it gets to her, she has an excuse why she can't host. It ranges, but usually goes along the lines of stress or she is too busy. This results in other family members to pick up her holiday. It is frustrating, and multiple people have talked to her about this. She bailed on hosting Easter, but promised me that she would do Thanksgiving if we swapped holidays. At the time, I made it very clear she needed to stay true to her word, and if she dumped it on someone else, she wouldn't be going to Thanksgiving. It usually gets dumped on me. Anyway, I called her asking if she wanted me to bring a dessert board for Thanksgiving. She told me that she could not host because she had just moved into her new home. She moved in July, and it was too messy to host. I told her she could clean since it was a few weeks away. She told me she can't. I know the other kids can't host it. Well, one could, but she's doing Christmas and it's not fair at all for her. I informed everyone it would be at my place this year. I also informed everyone that Clara is not invited this year to Thanksgiving. Clara was pissed when I told her that, and we got into a huge argument. She thinks I'm a big jerk. My other kids are split. 2 of them are happy since they are tired of picking up her slack, and then this happens while the others thinks this is too far. So outside opinion, and to repeat, am I the asshole for disinviting my daughter to Thanksgiving when she won't host Thanksgiving?
It's inviting.
And disinviting.
Yeah. No. Not the asshole.
Nothing else.
Not even remotely.
Not even.
This goes right back to the first story. You're being lazy. Well, not you, but
Yep.
your daughter is being lazy. I mean, it's simple. Like, if everybody is in agreement on making sure each holiday is taken by someone else, so that way not one person's having to put in all the work, great. Hell, even when you and I lived in Texas, we alternated fucking holidays.
Yeah. I think that's a fair thing to do. And that's a really cool one to do, just rotating in them all. You know, like that makes it to where it's easy to plan out. You'll know kind of where you're going and what you have to do. And then you don't have to do too much, which I like it.
Also that part when she told me that she could not host because she had just moved into her new home and it was too messy to host. Like, bro, do you not clean?
And
Are we gonna find you on the next episode of Hoarders? Like,
in July, like I get still having boxes in places, but
yeah,
you know, 5 months later, just about, you should be at least able to shove all the shit in a room.
Not the asshole. There's no way under the sun I would see someone being an asshole for doing this. Like,
no.
Is it extreme to some? Maybe, but the thing is, like, you're not going to get that message across if they don't, if you don't do something extreme at this point, because from what you've already said, this has become a constant thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
they're constantly skipping. That's fucked up.
Yeah. At this point, fucking no. Don't come to Thanksgiving, and you better host Christmas if you want to make up for it. Like,
yeah.
Simple as that.
Just, hey, let's go ahead and own up to it and host fucking Thanksgiving. Even if the house is messy, your family isn't going to care that much.
No.
Usually. Of course, you know, there are toxic ones that do, but if real family doesn't care, like they'll sit with you in a pile of trash for Thanksgiving if they really needed to. But
I've actually thought about that, you know, being a dad, you know, when my boys do get old enough where, you know, they go out on their own and they have their own places or whatever. Like, if I ever go over to, you know, hang out with them or help them with something or whatnot, and I show up in the place is a mess, I'm not gonna be like, why the fuck is this a trash heap? I'm gonna be like, hey, you doing okay? Like, you need any help?
yeah,
I'd rather be the dad who offers an open hand to help, like, clean up the place, because for all I know, the kids may be super busy with their jobs. They may be, you know, trying to live a social life, which is great. They may be trying to experience what life is like, and cleaning the house kind of falls, you know, to the wayside on that a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's fucking trashy. You fucking, what the fuck you? Like, you know, no.
Yeah.
Like, your family's there to lift you up, not tear you down. At least, hopefully, most families.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. But nonetheless, Reddit agrees with us. Not the asshole.
We're 3 for 3 so far.
We are. Let's read a comment real quick. I don't think we're gonna have to read many because I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna agree with what we said. But edit after. Oh shit. So I'll read this first. Info. Have you ever had a conversation about coming to a compromise or seeing why Clara is so adamant about not hosting? For example, do the rest of you have spouses that can help while Clara is single? Does she have small children while the rest don't? Or maybe Clara just has the personality where hosting is rough on her. If I were you, I'd have the honest conversation and see what middle ground can be reached. For example, in my family, my parents always host for holidays because they have the biggest, nicest home and because they live near other people they'd like to invite. But my sister and I often go over a few days early, do the cleaning, shopping, and cooking, and make things as easy on my parents as possible. And when there are outside guests, we take on hosting duties as well. I'm just surprised that you jumped to ostracizing Clara from the holidays without figuring out a way for her to contribute without hosting. If she's only willing to take in all aspects, that's one issue. If the only thing she's not willing to give is hosting, though, if you love her and want to spend time with her, wouldn't you want to at least try and figure something out with the edit after seeing OP's response, not the asshole? I'm looking.
Actually, OP. So, like, they explain it. So, like, the direct response to that.
Okay, it says, I am the OP. I was using incognito tab and X'd out. I can't get into my old email to reset the password. I will keep trying. I have asked, and she claims she wants to host, and we have asked her to bring things before, but she also does not do that. None of the kids are married. No one one does have a longtime girlfriend, but everyone is on their own, no kids, and she doesn't have a personality that would make it difficult to host. Well, yeah, then that answers all those questions there, not the asshole.
Well, and I think that's kind of, at least it's implied, and I know that's technically adding context, but from the post, it's implied that not only has OP had the conversation, but other family members have as well. And so, this has been a multiple year thing probably. So, I don't think it's necessarily a jump to ostracizing Clara. I think it's more, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. And they finally were like, all right, that's it.
Well, and to that point, it even says here, when you were reading, where was it? Let's see. Host arranges usually stress, just busy. Yeah, the results in other family members having to pick up her holiday. It's frustrating, and multiple people have talked to her about this.
Yeah.
She bailed on hosting Easter, but promised me that she would do Thanksgiving. We swapped holidays. She would do Thanksgiving. We swapped holidays. At the time, I made it very clear she needed to stay true to her word. And if she dumped it on someone else, she wouldn't be going to Thanksgiving. It usually gets dumped on me. Like, this has been a continuous problem.
Yeah.
So at this
Easter
point,
over Thanksgiving, Easter sounds easier.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But whatever.
Well,
I guess Easter would make sense, especially if they just moved in July, so they were probably packing up the house for Easter. So that one I kind of get, but
yeah.
Anyway,
that one has a relatively good excuse to it, at least. But I still look at it from the stance of there are other holidays you can take on. You don't need to keep pushing those things back. And if you have a track record of pushing them back, yeah, I think it's time to be a little bit more, harsh on someone and be like, okay, don't come.
Yeah.
If you're not going to contribute, you're not going to take part.
Next comment here is interesting. I'm really struggling to make a judgment here because I think the concept of everyone has to host one large gathering is kind of odd to me. My sister hates hosting people in her space, and I never want to make her do it just because it's what is seen as fair. On the other hand, my brother and sister-in-law love hosting people and parties at their house. They usually do Christmas, Halloween, Easter, and have everyone over. I usually do Thanksgiving and New Year's, and our parents will usually do 4th of July, Labor, and Memorial Day. They have a pool. It just kind of worked out that everyone picked holidays that play to their strengths, and my sister has been to every single event and will always offer to help set up /clean /bring things in lieu of official host duties. I couldn't imagine forcing her to take on duties that she hates and makes her miserable, or tell her not to come to our parties because I love her. Sure, I get stressed hosting too, but I'd rather have my sister to celebrate with than alienate her and still have to pick up slack. I think I'm leaning towards you're the asshole because I don't think this should be a forced procedure. This kind of gets answered in OP's response in the last comment of she said that she wants to host. So she's either lying or is lazy. One of the two. Yeah. And if she is lying, get to that point, and then say, hey, let's find out an alternative way. You come and help me. But
yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say too, is if you are trying to say you want to save face, don't.
Yeah.
Don't lie about it. Just be honest. Be like, hey, you know what? I just don't want to host. I'm sorry. I just don't want to host. I don't want to take on that responsibility. But at the same time, it's also a good measure for you at that point to be like, you know what? Though I'm not hosting, I would like to help out how I can. If I can bring dishes or something, sure. But don't lie to save face, period. And if you're not lying and you're just being lazy, 6 in one hand, 1/2 dozen the other, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah. You're
not doing anyone any favors, and you're not doing yourself any favors. So,
nope.
I think it's pretty well shut on that one.
Agreed.
Let's move on to the last one.
Last one.
Am I the asshole for not cooking Thanksgiving dinner and spending the day at the beach instead? I, 27 female, have solely been responsible for cooking Thanksgiving dinner for 20 plus people for the last 8 years. God dang. That's a big ass dinner. I do all the shopping, cooking, and setting up. Months before Thanksgiving, I started looking at grocery prices and tweaking recipes to fit dietary restrictions, Caribbean family, vegans, and pescatarians, meat eaters, I also make enough for the college age kids to have leftovers. I usually make 3 turkeys, 2 party pans of mac and cheese, and a party pan of mashed potatoes.
This is poor.
Hungry. Stuffing, green bean casserole, collard greens, yams, mini seafood quiches. God damn. Stuffed mushrooms, rolls, and a salad from scratch. Okay, look, I need to fucking stop, dude.
Are there tickets available? Like, how do I attend?
Plus all the desserts, apple pie, sweet potato pie, cheesecake, homemade ice cream, and breads also from scratch.
Joe's about to crumb.
I start making stocks and doughs Tuesday night. I bake my bread for stuffing and make my. Oh, you're making.
Keep reading, bud. Come on, you're getting
I
distracted.
bake my bread for stuffing and make my cheesecake and pies Wednesday after work. Cook all day Thursday so we can sit down and start eating by 4 so my aunts who work the night shift as nurses can enjoy. Every year people invite unexpected guests and it becomes 30 plus. God, I would be okay if it were plus ones, but my mom invites her friends and their kids. My mom and aunt asked me to make additional turkeys and some sides for their units. I never feel appreciated for everything I do to make it special and accommodate everyone. This year, I'm separated from my husband, and I really don't feel like bending over backwards cooking for people who don't even leave me leftovers to make a sandwich the next day. This year, I've decided not to cook and just spend my day at the beach, the only bonus to living in Florida. I was asked how much the adults should Zelle me for Thanksgiving groceries at the beginning of the month, and I told them I'm not cooking. Today, I received a Zelle from my uncle, and when I returned it, he asked why. I reminded him in the family group chat I wasn't cooking. Now they want me to cancel my plans and cook. Am I the asshole for not wanting to?
The edit is safe. At least first one. Second
This
one.
is my. All right, edit 1. This is my favorite holiday, but my separation has left me emotionally exhausted and without any passion to cook. Edit 2. I don't actually mind the cooking for my family. I look forward to it. The unexpected guests a little. The thing bothering me is that I expected to do this. This year is that I wanted to celebrate the only holiday I look forward to with my husband. I wanted to share the dishes that I love and scheduled chaos with him. I'm upset because I don't get my husband. They may not understand it, but I took on this holiday because I enjoyed it.
I don't think any while it matters to OP for sure, as far as edit 2 is concerned, I don't think you really need to give an excuse for why you don't want to do all of that by yourself. It's at least good that they're zelling, right? That they're pitching in for it. So like this is at least a little bit better than was it the first story, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is basically the first story just with a little less mooching, but only a little bit. And the fact that, especially if she's separated from her husband for the holiday and that's like her favorite holiday, like show some fucking compassion for that. So yeah, I'm going to leave it simple again and say not the asshole, just like the first one.
Hold on. I need to look at something real quick. Something just caught my eye and I need to. Yeah. I was just curious. I agree. So I was looking at their name, which is Horrible Wife 69. It kind of threw me off. I was like, wait a second. Like that gives the intention that maybe it was their fault, but we don't need that context at the end of the day. The only context we need is simple. You don't need to have any excuse or reason as to why you don't want to cook. As far as I'm concerned, if you don't want to cook, you don't want to fucking cook, especially if you've been so accommodating over the years. Like, you just got to be honest about it. You know, just to be like, hey, look, I don't want to do it this year. And you've done that multiple times. You've let everybody know well in advance, mind you, that you don't want to do it. I don't want to say they're taking advantage of you, but when you go and say, yep, usually 20 plus people turns into 30 plus people because they start inviting people that you have no idea about, and they're not leaving you hardly any food for leftovers after all the hard work you did. No. Go enjoy your holiday at the beach. Go enjoy your time, especially for the fact, look, it's, I side with Sam on this. There's no reason that you have to provide as to what happened between you and your husband. You didn't even have to say that you two were separated. You could just simply say you and your husband aren't on the same terms right now, and it's breaking your heart. And we would have gone, you know what? Go put your heart back together. You know, go have fun and do your thing and let your heart mend. You don't need to take on this responsibility. And your family should understand that. Yeah. Like, your family should understand that you're going through some shit right now. It should not be on you to take on that responsibility in a time where you feel what probably is your lowest.
Yeah.
Like when your heart's broken, I think we can all agree you feel pretty fucking low.
Mm-hmm.
So,
especially for 8 years,
yeah.
8 fucking years of doing that. You could have just left it as like, hey, I've been doing this for the last 8 years. I want to break this year. I don't want to do it. You just leave it at that. And everybody should just be like, yep, no problem. Let's have it at blank's house or, you know, my house or whatever. So yeah,
yep.
This is an easy, not the asshole, like I mentioned. Did you say your verdict already?
Oh, not the asshole.
Yeah. Okay. And Reddit agrees. Faux.
Wendy's.
Sucks. Wendy's sucks. Anyway. Wendy's is the worst.
Yeah, well, you're a vegan, so
definitely not. I'd argue Wendy's is probably more close to vegan food than any other.
Oh, you want to fight?
Fast food chain. We'll wrestle afterwards. First comment. Right? Me? Yeah. Not the asshole. You're going through something right now with the separation, and the fact that all these people have somehow started relying on you relying on only you. Holy shit, I had a stroke. To provide that meal is insane. My family has always done assigned dishes for each branch of the family. Expecting one person to do all the planning and cooking is too much. Someone else can step up, or they can skip Thanksgiving this year. Either way, have fun at the beach. Yep. Same exact thing we said.
Yeah, verbatim. I'll read the second comment just to give an like potential fresh opinion. Yep. Not the asshole. I'm a professional chef, and that is a tremendous amount of food you were cooking with basically no help. Enjoy the beach, stick your feet in the sand, dip a toe in the water, and eat a turkey sandwich from a deli. If anyone complains, tell them this is their year to cook. Let them deal with uninvited guests, dietary restrictions, all those desserts, and then have everybody eat their food and walk away and leave the cook no leftovers. Exactly what we said, verbatim. Reddit's on one tonight in a good way. Like, yeah, I think that's it. Like,
oh, that's so fucked. So there's a response coming to that. That's where I would have gone to quote unquote war. I adore Thanksgiving leftovers more than the meal. And then OP actually responded, I just want enough to make Monica's sandwich from Friends. One year I put mine away in a to-go container with my name on it, and my mom brought it over to the neighbors. The one right after that, to quote Albert Einstein, yo, fuck that noise. I think that's a good spot to leave it.
Yep, that's a perfect spot. 4 for 4. Not bad.
Unless it's
Reddit actually did something right this time.
Yep. Yeah. Good job, Reddit.
Yeah. Yep. Proud of you. All right, y'all. You know the routine, you know the deal. Drop those comments down below. Let us know if we're wrong on any of these or where you agree, or if you have nothing else to say, drop your favorite emoji. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. We'll see y'all on Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.